What's up, guys? Philip at Trade Genius. This video today, we're going to cover the Ethereum price action because I'm getting a lot of inquiries as to what's the bottom line on this thing. We've had quite a bit of a correction. It's performed a lot worse than Bitcoin has, and so wanted to just kind of look at the levels that I think are going to be important as far as what should hold and where this thing could go. So we'll take a look at that. All right, let's dig into this video.
Trade Genius.
All right, guys, right before we jump into the Ethereum charts, just a reminder, we're running this fall special. We still got it 1 year with us in the room, $3.99. We had an excellent day again yesterday, trading the US 500 binary options, Forex. We had went 3-0 yesterday. We had a nice short on Doggy Coin, and we've also recently captured some gains on Bitcoin. So pretty active. Please join us. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised and make your initial investment back rather quickly. All right, so Ethereum. So basically, here's the deal with Ethereum. We're in this obviously very bearish move, and what I want to do is I'm just going to focus on the daily, because the daily is when you start dealing with moves of this magnitude, you really want to see where the major support and resistance is, because when you get a move like this, getting into a position type trade where you can capture a rather large move, the chances of that go up. So I drew a line kind of currently where the price is. What we want to do is focus on over here on the daily. So if we go back over to this historical area, we had a major low here. So basically what I want to see is this level here get respected, and as you can see, price when it broke through that level, came back, retested it, came back up, eventually made a major bottom off that level. So this 125 to 130 area is actually an area of interest to me. The other area that below that, and I think anywhere in here you are going to be hunting for longs. I do think initially though you're going to get a decent bounce off that level. The other level would be this area here, where you had kind of a major breakout off that top, and you never really visited that level ever again. But currently this upper line is where we're at. Now, if you look at these two lines, let's go back to the current chart, and what we're going to find is that we have essentially a volume void under there, and that's what is concerning at this point with price on Ethereum. So if you're looking to get long here on Ethereum, I think you can with a tight stop, but keep in mind you've got this volume void here, and it's a doozy, and Bitcoin has something similar too. Again, this is levels that it needs to hold, but Ethereum's been a lot weaker than Bitcoin. But so two things: you could get a surprise hold here. I think a lot of people that look at volume profile are aware of this, and you'll notice that you have these areas down here, and the 96 that I pointed out is right above kind of where this whole area of support below is. But you have this, you could get if we start breaking through these levels, you could get a fairly quick move down to like 130. There is a fib extension at 109, and what that's based off of is when we took this range here coming down from the top to the bottom, we retraced almost to the bearish fib area zone, and that's the extension of that move. So a lot of times what will happen is these moves end up touching those fib targets. Not 100% of the time, but you need to be aware that they're there. So a little perilous for Ethereum here. Any type of short-term setup, I would have a very tight stop, because things could get real dicey through this area. So I just wanted to make you guys aware of that. As far as Ethereum long-term, everyone's very bearish on the project right now. It doesn't scale. Vitalik basically said that he thinks the current technologies suck as far as scaling for blockchain, and he included both Ethereum and Bitcoin. That's not going to have a bullish price reaction, but I think eventually they are going to find a applicable scaling solution. But keep in mind that we're early into this stuff, and we're going to have other competitors to do a similar type of, like, you know, global shared computing resource on the blockchain. I think that's an important application for blockchain, but it has to scale. And right now, there's a lot of growing pains. So, you know, it is speculative, but Ethereum has a lot of momentum still. So I wouldn't say, you know, this thing's just going to crash to some ridiculous amount. I think, you know, this is a market. People are going to be looking for bounces. This thing will bounce off of oversold. So there's plenty of opportunities. But I hadn't covered Ethereum too much in detail. I wanted to do that for you guys. There were some inquiries about, you know, where this thing was going in the near term. So I hope that helps. Guys, thanks for watching. Please hit like and subscribe, and I will see you on tomorrow's video. Take care. Bye.